The country wanted booze, and I organized it. Why should I be called a public enemy? Most people are other people. Their thoughts are someone else's opinions. Their lives a mimicry. Their passions a quotation. Women are traps which lie in wait for men everywhere in order to drag them down into the finite. Give a man power, and you will find out who he is. If you can think and not make thoughts your aim. A one-eyed man is much more incomplete than a blind man, for he knows what it is that's lacking. It is curious how people take it for granted that they have a right to preach at you and pray over you as soon as your income falls below a certain level. The man who does not read has no advantage over the man who cannot read. Our fatigue is often caused not by work, but by worry, frustration, and resentment. Life is a preparation for the future, and the best preparation for the future is to live as if there were none. Anyone who stops learning is old, whether at 20 or 80. Anyone who keeps learning stays young. The greatest thing in life is to keep your mind young. It takes something more than intelligence to act intelligently. A profession should initially be an act of love and not a marriage of convenience. A person is made a person to a greater extent by what he is silent about than what he says. Every man's memory is his private literature. Neurosis is the inability to tolerate ambiguity. Man selects only for his own good, nature only for that of the being which she tends. I opened my eyes and saw the real world, and I began to laugh, and I haven't stopped since. If you are bored alone with yourself, it means that you are in a bad society. The attitude of the state towards the teacher is a state policy that testifies either to the strength of the state or to its weakness. A man is obliged to cry only in one case, from happiness. The best books are those that tell you what you know already. Giving up smoking is the easiest thing in the world. I know, because I've done it thousands of times. The higher man is distinguished from the lower by his fearlessness and his readiness to challenge misfortune. Life's biggest tragedy is that we get old too soon and wise too late. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. Whatever you do, do it well. I choose my friends for their good looks, my acquaintances for their good characters, and my enemies for their good intellects. He who tells him of his faults is his maker. I think the devil doesn't exist, but man has created him. He has created him in his own image and likeness. Death is not the opposite of life, but a part of it. The only things that matter are humanity and simplicity. Always acknowledge fault frankly. This will throw those in authority off guard and give you an opportunity to make a choice. Let no one persuade you by word or deed to do or say whatever is not best for you. There is nothing terrible in life for someone who truly understands that there is nothing terrible in non-life. To myself, I am only a child playing on the beach, while vast oceans of truth lie undiscovered before me. Patriotism means to stand by the country. It does not mean to stand by the president. If you have an apple, and I have an apple, and we exchange these apples, then you and I will still each have one apple. But if you have an idea, and I have an idea, and we exchange these ideas, then each of us will have two ideas. So live if you were living already for the second time, and as if you had acted the first time as wrongly as you are about to act now. If you punish a child for what is bad and reward for what is good, then he will do good for the sake of profit. Life does not need to be given meaning, for this will inevitably lead to the conclusion that there is no need to live. How wonderful, interesting, original people are from a distance. The only thing you will regret in old age is not doing it. Experience is valuable only when it has brought suffering and when the suffering has left its mark upon both body and mind. To learn to read is to light a fire. Every syllable that is spelled out is a spark. Politics is the art of the possible, the attainable, the art of the next best. Philosophy from the earliest times has made greater claims and achieved fewer results than any other branch of learning. The creatures outside looked from pig to man, and from man to pig, and from pig to man again. But already it was impossible to say which was which. Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt. There is nothing more tiring than to attend how a person demonstrates his mind, in particular, if there is no mind. It's kind of fun to do the impossible. If you want to keep happiness, you have to share it. Success is as dangerous as failure. Hope is as hollow as fear. If a man empties his purse into his head, no one can take it from him. With self-discipline, almost anything is possible. As I grow older, I pay less attention to what people say. I just watch what they do. If men could regard the events of their own lives with more open minds, they would frequently discover that they did not really desire the things they failed to obtain. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. Seek wisdom, not knowledge. Knowledge is of the past. Wisdom is of the future. Ordinary riches can be stolen. Real riches cannot. In your soul are infinitely precious things that cannot be taken from you. Some people like what you do. Some people hate what you do. But most people simply don't give a damn. I dream. Sometimes I think that's the only right thing to do. Those who write clearly have readers. Those who write vaguely have commentators.